everybody, thanks for watching Daniel's Aquatic Life. Today our thumbnail is how to test our rocks before they enter the aquarium. So today on Daniel's Aquatic Life, guys, we are going to do a step-by-step demonstration on exactly how to test our rocks, the importance of the rock, and why it is that we have to do these tests on these rocks. In this video, we have 3 different groups of rocks here. These rocks are assorted on priority of where they came from. So this group here has come from the shores of Victoria Island in BC, Canada. These rocks off to the side here are from the river edges of Kamloops, British Columbia in Canada. And the middle set here are actually rocks that were in the aquarium, that was the Crown Betta's aquarium. They have not been tested. I kind of winged it, and I'm kind of curious now whether there was a softness or a hardness within these rocks. So we are going to find out. I think this will be really exciting. None of these rocks have been tested, cleaned, any of that sort. Some of the materials that we're using today are going to be the muriatic acid here. This is going to be your #1 way to test any of your rocks, and you'll be able to test other things too, as well as cleaning plants and then whatnot with these. You can also use white vinegar. We won't be using white vinegar today, as it does have a lower percent level of acid in it. So what we want is the effect right away. When applying the acid, what is going to happen is, if it is a rock that we don't want, it is going to fizz right away. It'll be very noticeable. And if it is a rock that is good for our aquarium, it will have the reverse effect. It will just kind of run off like water. The other kind of things that we will need in testing our rocks is a medicine dropper, a pair of gloves here, heavy duty disposable gloves, because we don't want to get any of this acid on our hands. It is not going to be good. When we are cleaning our rocks, we are going to need some kind of bristle brush, as well as another sponge of some sort. We don't have to be too picky when we're cleaning our rocks. It's just kind of getting the dirt off. Alright guys, so we're going to get into this. We're going to start our step-by-step demonstration. We can pause the video and comment below whether you guys have done this demonstration before. Have you guys used a different technique? What technique have you used, and did it work or did it not? Comment below, share. I think a lot of people are starting to do this now with their tank, as rocks have become a more popular look for the aquarium. This will be my first rock look aquarium. If you guys stay tuned for the whole video, we will be doing a before and after of one of my 10-gallon tanks, which has the Crown Betta in. And yeah, so without any further ado, let's get into it. So step 1 is thoroughly cleaning our product. We'll use a sponge or whatever we have kicking around. Now, it's not going to have to be like a perfect job. We're just trying to get off as much of the dirt as possible before putting on the acid to get the best results. So the second step is we've got our muriatic acid here, and we've got our medicine dropper here. I have squeezed a little bit of it inside of this medicine dropper. We don't have to use a lot of acid on these rocks, just a little squeeze will do enough. And so what we have here is we have 2 rocks from our first pile, which was from Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. We have 2 rocks from the middle pile, which were already for the last 6 months in a tank. last pile we have at least 5 rocks. They're more interesting looking. These are from a much further away distance from our home in Victoria, British Columbia, as well in Canada. So here we go, our first one. We put a little bit in, and as you guys can see, there is no fizz. This rock is good. And our second rock, we just put a little bit on there. As you guys can see again, no fizz. This rock is perfect. And since we've had 2 perfect rocks, we might as well just test this last one that we found today. And no fizz. These rocks are perfect. These rocks again were from Kamloops, British Columbia. And onwards to the middle section. So these rocks were already in a tank for the last 6 months, has not been treated or tested. So let's go ahead and find out. Fingers crossed that these rocks are good. So our first one here, no fizz, perfect. And this one here is the one I had a little more concern about. It does show more shinier minerals within the rock, which can be a bad sign. But luckily, there is no fizz. So we have 2 rocks that is really good, and we'll might as well just check the third one here. And it looks like a solid rock. So that's very, very awesome. I'm super happy that the rocks that I did choose for the Crown Bettis tank did not lower the pH levels. So moving on to our last but not least, these were our rocks from Victoria Island, and we are going to go ahead and test these. Now some of these I'm really starting to think will fizz. There is lots of minerals in them. So the first one is good. I was questioning this one. Okay, our second one is fizzy. There we go, guys. There's our first reaction. This is what we do not want. So we are going to put this one off to the side. It's unfortunate because that rock was really, really cool looking. I thought it would be really good for nesting. So let's carry on. We got this one. I don't believe it's gonna work, but I was wrong. It's good. This one does actually, if you can see, has lots of minerals in it. I'm very, very surprised that actually didn't fizz up. This one is really, really neat. It kind of looks like a meteorite. So hopefully this one is a good one. And it looks like it's a success. I'm super stoked about that rock. It is probably one of my favorite rocks in here. And going on to our last one here. There is fizz, but not too much. It's in the crack here. It doesn't fizz anywhere else. Let's test here. There is some mineral here. So this one fizzes a tiny bit. And what that's going to tell us is that yes, it will lower the pH level in the tank, but not very much. And with this rock this size and being the only one, I think it's safe to say that due to its patterns, we can use it. A few more rocks that I did want to test did have a lot of minerals in it. I did want it to hope that one of these would fizz. In case that one didn't fizz, we were going to be able to show you. So here we go. No fizz. And this one fizzed up a little bit. Alright, so this is our third step. This is our final step. We are boiling off our rocks. I would say try to boil your rocks off for at least 20 minutes up to a half hour. And what this is going to do is, because we've used either our acid or our vinegar or whatever other technique that we have used, we are kind of burning that off these rocks now. It's also going to boil off any parasites or unwanted bacteria that are also on these rocks. So there you have it, guys. It's as easy as that, testing our rocks and as well as curing our rocks before entering our aquarium to make sure that our fish stay alive, our plants stay alive, and that our pH levels do not drop. Unless for some reason you guys are doing a chicklid tank, then by all means any rock's gonna work. So thank you for watching, everybody, and as promised, I will be doing a before and after tank change setup kind of rock deal. So stay tuned.